All right, our first congressional speaker is going to be Jim Schneller. He's running in the Republican primary. Thank you, Mark. He's going to be running against Pat Meehan in the Republican primary for the 7th Congressional District. The 7th Congressional District incorporates parts of the Philadelphia suburbs, most of Delaware County. It's currently represented by Democrat Joe Sestak, who defeated longtime Republican Kurt Weldon in the 2006 midterm elections. Jim Schneller, he's a 7-year resident of Wayne and Radnor Township and previously lived in adjoining Tredyffrin Township for most of his life. He attended Penn State, followed by 6 years at Columbia University studying government finance, statistics, and information technology. He formerly worked as a sales and marketing director at a web retailer and has experience in numerous areas like product screening, test marketing, product introduction, design and import, and export. He's been a supporter of Pennsylvania national wildlife, sportsmanship, and historical architecture. He also served as a supervisor for New York City License Code Enforcement, governing public safety inspections and proper submissions for license applications. So, Jim Schneller. Welcome, Jim.
Good evening, thank you. I recognize some folks here from various celebrations and active meetings we've had over the years. But I'm running as a candidate who has a firm commitment to changing this nation as it urgently and abruptly needs. I run as an independent, and naturally the first inclination is to think, well, how could you run in any other way? Well, the truth is that as an independent, I have the satisfaction of knowing that I run as a true candidate, the way the nation could optimally run. And I think that we as a people have a mandate this year to see that we have a responsibility to change this nation. There is every indication that we have caught something, we've caught it by the tail, we've got it by the waist a little bit, and we have to tackle it. And how can we not do this except with the innovativeness and the hard work of various people running for office? I would say that I am not an idealist. I'm simply a strong person who's giving up a year, and hopefully many years of my life to get into Washington to make things happen and to fight corruption. And I make this a strong facet of my platform, and it seems too general sometimes even to me. But the truth is that fighting corruption has even gone out of vogue. There are ways to fight corruption without being sensational, without the media being involved. Being a politician entitles you to fight corruption, and this is being avoided by all of them practically. Naturally, I'm a strong patriot. I believe in the strength of America as a world symbol and a beacon. And I'm also a strict constitutionalist, but I think the Constitution is why we're here. And it was built, and God breathed life into our Constitution because America was destined to be great. And I think that this fulcrum, this time of great issue, was meant to be resolved. So please vote for me. My name is Jim Schneller, and I will not be in the primary. I will, however, be on the November ballot, and you will be hearing a lot about me between now and then.
Jim, why do you think you're the best person for the job, and why are you running for the job?
If I could reverse the answers.
Yeah, go ahead.
I somewhat explained already why I'm running. And I'm running because I love America, and I believe in the foundation that exists for our basic duty to raise families and to be righteous people under God's eyes. I also think that America has been hijacked. And I don't know about you, but I don't like conspiracies, and I don't like efforts to sidetrack good, bona fide efforts that work for the common good and keep nations and large industrial nations on track. My qualifications, my qualifications are known. I would suggest you visit my website, and I'd say that besides my experience in business and marketing and such, I have a 5-year record now of actively fighting for certain rights guaranteed by the Constitution, just through personal efforts, activist efforts, and I've come to appreciate the Constitution in many of its aspects. I'm a very strong person, and as my life has pieced together, I'm a person who knows how to fight corruption. I can't tell you how much I would love to be in office in Washington and to show anyone the door in a very matter-of-fact way. I cannot take people who will play the game and take it a step further and a step further, and by the time they're in their 12th year, they are playing every golf course in 5 states, not doing anything whatsoever but collecting on deals they've made and deals that have metamorphosized and worked their way more or less. Again, I'm not an idealist. I think that there's so much to do in Washington these days that one could simply fulfill such objectives in a matter of short time. The worst thing that we hear on the media and that we're infused with practically from nursery school is that the government is a momentum-oriented thing that can't be changed. This is a falsity. And believe me, 1 congressman, 5 congressmen, they can make a difference. Allies in the bureaus and agencies, they exist. And I want this to happen.
Do you think the U.S. is financially stable or unstable?
I believe we are at the abyss. And I would say that our nation is currently led to a state of economic uncertainty. I think, however, that this is encouraged, and the feeling of uncertainty is encouraged. And this is to keep us, the sheeple, if you will, on a course of anxiety, and as a people with less time than ever to take hard looks at issues and take a hard look at our politicians. It's part of a strategy to keep us running for the bait, if you will. You notice that when the gas prices were up, we didn't hear about the profits that were being reaped. But we hear a lot of articles and a lot of talk on the blogs and on the TV about how we're pursuing, about how gasoline is taking up so much of our time and our income. Well, this has been the game for 20, 30 years now.